Good day, everyone. I'm Hesty Putri. Me and my team will present about a topic. What is noun? In usual, we know noun is just a name of person, place, or anything. Then, what is noun? Here we go. Okay, for the first, we need to know what is noun in general. So, noun is a word which refer to person, place, thing, quality, or an idea. So we have the example in there. Mary Garden, blah blah blah. The early 19th was considered one of the best singing actresses of her time. And the answer is D, a popular soprano in, because Mary Garden is a noun. And then after the noun, we want to explain what noun is. So it's called adjective. And the next part is the kinds of nouns. So noun is divided from the base of the words. For the first is concrete noun, is a noun that can be perceived by five senses. For example, like table, money, wall, and any other. The second is abstract noun, a noun that cannot be perceived by five senses. It's like we just can feel it, like a happiness, music, spirit, and etc. The second base is from name. First is common nouns. It describe a type of person, thing, or place in general. Common nouns are not capitalized unless they appear at the beginning of the sentence, like a city, a boy, a book, and so on. Second is proper noun. It describes a noun specifically. And proper noun is always capitalized, like for a name of person, name of city, name of state, and so on, like Jenny, London, the United States, Margaret, etc. Number 3 is collective nouns. The collective nouns are used to describe a group of people, animals, or things as one unit. They can be used either in a singular or plural form, like a committee, group, a loaf of bread, a grain of rice, a glass of milk, and so on. Number 4 is material nouns are nouns that come from the nature, like water, gold, silver, iron, and so on. So next is noun based on quantity. The first is uncountable nouns. The uncountable nouns are used to describe something that cannot be counted. They also cannot be started with number 1, 2, 3, or a, and they're considered a singular noun, like sugar. The sugar is sweet, not sugars is sweet. The water in the river is very cold, and so on. And the opposite of the uncountable is countable noun. The countable nouns are used to describe something that can be counted. They can be started with number 1, 2, 3, or a, and it consists of singular and plural form. Then the plural form divided into regular and irregular. For example, singular form pen, tree, man, wife, clothes, and for regular plural form like pants, trees, wives, clothes, and irregular plural form like a man, children, mice, people, geese, and so on.
Okay, I will explain what is noun function. Noun function are the name of objects and concepts in the world, whether they are physically visible or abstract. Noun can be used as a subject paired with a verb, and noun can also be an object. For example, a noun as an subject. Lala cooks an instant noodles. In this case, Lala is a noun as a subject followed by verb cooks. An example for noun as an object, I bought some books for my exams. In here, some books is a noun as an object. And then, noun clause. A noun clause is a dependent clause which goes as a noun. Noun clause can function as a sentence component, such as subject of verb, object of preposition, and subject complement. There are some noun clause connectors, such as that, if or whether, whom, who, what, when, where, why, and how. For example, noun clause in sentence, the person whom I like has a pair of blue eyes. And more example is, the student listened to what the teacher said.
Okay, here I want to explain about noun phrase. Noun phrase is a group of words hidden by a noun that includes both other or determiners, such as word the and word a or an. For example, a dog and a cat. There are some patterns of noun phrase, such as the first one, noun plus noun. For example, school bag. The second one, noun plus of plus noun. For example, students of class A. Number 3, determiner plus adjective plus noun. For example, a hot coffee. A is determiner, hot is adjective, and coffee is noun. Number 4, determiner plus adverb plus adjective plus noun. For example, an extremely dangerous sport. An is the determiner, extremely is adverb, dangerous is adjective, and sport is noun. Number 5, verb in plus noun. In this point, there are two types. The first one is as a gerund, and the second one is for as verb participle. The first one, verb in plus noun as a gerund. For example, smoking room. And then the second one, verb in plus noun as participle. For example, smoking man. Word smoking is verb in, but it can be participle because it describes a man. And then the last, verb 3 plus noun as participle. For example, hidden treasure. Hidden is verb 3, but it also a participle that describe the noun treasure. Okay, here are some of the examples in form of tuple. Number 1, on Ellesmere Island in the Arctic, one fossil forest consists of roughly 100 large stones scattered on an exposed coal bed. The correct answer is B, because determiner A is always connected to a noun, and then nearly is adverb, so it is not correct. Number 2, nowadays there are much people who work as a freelancer and have a flexible working hour. The correct answer is B, because much is always connected to uncountable noun, whereas people is countable noun, so it should be there are many people who work as a freelancer and have a flexible working hour. Number 3, Carl was busy reading his book while another students were playing in the park. The correct answer is B, because another it always connected to singular noun, whereas students is plural noun. So the correct answer would be the other. So the correct sentence would be Carl was busy reading his book while the other students were playing in the park. Okay, here's some of the exercises in the form of tuple. Number 1, researchers use blah 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 that scientists create, such as about biology, chemical, and physics, to conduct their product research. The correct answer is B, because the sentence, it has already have subject and verb, so you need to put noun in the blank. Number 2, the scientists conducted an experiment to analyze the effect of different types of blah 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 on plant growth. The correct answer is A, because types of is referred to a noun. And why it is not C? Because water is adjective, so we don't need to add suffix s in the back of the word. And then number 3, blah 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 trees is a custom that many people engage in to celebrate our birthday. The correct answer is C, planting, because we can see in the patterns of noun phrase, planting, it refers to verb plus noun as a gerund. So planting in the example, it would be a noun. Okay, I think that's enough for our group. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.